Rushing full steam back into hell, we next come to the helicopter level. And at first, it was actually a little fun. You get to swing back and forth and avoid all these vehicles just like the movie. Could it be an actual fun level in this game? Somebody pinch me! Alas, the fun doesn't last for very long because this level is just as annoying as all the other ones. What it basically boils down to is a memory game. A vehicle appears in your lane and you have to swing out of the way in time. Fail to do so and you take damage. Admittedly, I think this is actually a good idea for a level. Or it would be if the controls weren't so fucking stiff. You have to push left or right and hold it to make sure you don't swing back into another vehicle. But the vehicles come so fucking fast that your reflexes have to be really good. And thanks to these rigid controls, you can't just press left or right and stay in that direction, oh no. You have to guess when to move Darkman and when to hold them in place. Which means that you have to figure out the pattern of the vehicles coming down the lanes and remember it. Because if you don't, you're going to get whacked around like a fucking pinball. Take too many of these vehicle hits and you lose. And please remember that you only get one life and a couple of continues. That's assuming, of course, that you didn't fucking lose them in the previous levels. When you get far enough down the road, Durant will start shooting grenades down at you and you have to avoid the explosions. Now this part isn't as hard as avoiding the vehicles, but you still have to be careful because the explosions can kill you. Thankfully though, this meter on the lower right does tell you how long you have to travel down the road. Despite that though, this level is still a pain in the ass. Maybe if they had thrown in some extra lives and continues, this might have been tolerable. On second thought, no it wouldn't, it'd still be frustrating as hell. When I finally got past this part, I only continued the game out of sheer spite. And the next section is yet another photo gallery. As if I hadn't had enough of those. Then finally, the last level. Holla fucking Luya! Wait though, the misery isn't over yet. Now along with acid dropping on you, they've got bats. First we're dealing with yellow balls, now we're dealing with fucking bats? Ocean, this is Darkman, not Castlevania. When in the fucking movie did Darkman get attacked by bats? I mean, what are they going to throw into this game next? Batman? Dracula? Hannibal Lecter? As soon as the flying mammals showed up, I thought they couldn't fuck this game up anymore, could they? Well, of course they could. That's right, folks. They threw in another leap of faith jump. You have to jump off this high-ass platform, fall several feet, and land on a fucking bat. Then you have to get out of the way of this bat before Darkman dies of fucking rabies. I don't even have the words to explain how cruel and wrong and unfair this is. The word fuck doesn't even begin to describe how insanely pissed off I am about this part. In fact, I don't think any word in the English language could totally sum up my utter disgust with this game. By this point, I just want to get it over with. For the moment, let's assume you can somehow get past this hell without being fucking psychic. To make it to the final boss, Darkman has to get a key. A key? Seriously? He needs a key? Let me explain something. He is on a construction site. There is only the skeleton of a building. Why would you put a door there when there's no walls and hardly any floors? He could just climb around it. This is so galactically stupid, I don't even want to think about it. Fine, okay, whatever. You get the key, open the door, climb up the ladder, and get to Strack, the final boss. Of course, by the time you face him, you'll probably die because you'll be so low on health. You can thank the bats for that. Alright, so there's a hidden heart that can give you some health, and you can face Strack with a little bit of life. Given everything that you've seen, are you expecting a big epic battle to the death to save the love of Darkman's life? Or are you expecting Darkman to cheaply beat Strack with a couple of punches and jump kicks? If you answered the latter, then you really know Ocean games. This final boss battle is so fucking lame that I can't believe they actually put it in the game. There's no strategy, there's no pattern, there's no timing, you just beat up Strack like a punk-ass bitch. If they had skipped this whole final boss battle and just ended the game with a perfunctory "you win," that would have been less insulting. Furthermore, while I'm on the subject of insults, let's check out the ending. Now I want the fucking best ending ever. I want a goddamn parade and a marching brass band and confetti and a medal and 2 sexy-ass women to fuck my brains out. Hell, I want to be treated like a great Roman general coming back from his latest conquest abroad. But what do I get? One goddamn lousy ending screen saying that I won. All that effort, all that heartache. And for what? One screen. Whoever made this game better go into the witness protection program, because if I find them, I'm gonna kick their ass so fucking hard that they'll be farting out of their ears. I'm so fucking pissed off with this game, I don't even want to get into the music. But here, listen. It fucking sucks. End of story. So at long last, Darkman is complete. And I have to say that this is truly one of the worst video games I've ever played. Perhaps the biggest irony of all, though, is that Ocean actually made a good Darkman game for the Amiga. Well, except for its rooftop level. How can the same game company make two Darkman games and have one be pretty good and the other be horrendous? Who the hell knows? I'm going to wrap up this review with one last thought. Oscar Wilde once wrote that experience is the name everyone gives to their mistakes. But I think if old Oscar ever played this fucking game, he'd label it as a mistake rather than an experience. And he'd be right. So in conclusion, I think I've made my point abundantly clear. But in case you still haven't fucking gotten it, do not play this game! On a more positive note, I'd like to thank all of my viewers and subscribers for watching my videos. Here's hoping that the next few hundred games will be a lot less painful. Once again, this is Film and Stuff, signing off. Thanks for watching. Whoever made this game better go into the witness protection program, because if I find them, I'm gonna kick their ass so fucking hard that they'll be farting out of their ears.